Good day to you, one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again. Oh, today I'm going to be talking about a band that I haven't reacted to in the past, have never really been on my radar, but weirdly I know one of them sort of, not well, but just kind of in passing. It's Bush, and they've got a song called Nowhere to Go But Everywhere, which was released on the 10th of October. Yeah, lots to say about it, I guess, and I'll listen to it and react open-heartedly, the only way I know how. Justin Hawkins rides again. Now, Bush are an English rock band that formed in London in 1992. I'd imagine they formed in Shepherd's Bush, hence the name. In 1994, Bush found immediate success outside the UK with the release of their debut album, 16 Stone, which is certified 6 times multi-platinum by the RIAA. That's a lot of records. They went on to become one of the most commercially successful rock bands of the 1990s, selling over 10 million records in the States and 20 million records worldwide. Wow! That's why you always see the singer bloke at the tennis. You know, he's got best tickets. I think he's hanging out with Roger Federer and just generally being important, I suppose. Despite their success in the US, especially in the mid-90s, the band were considerably less popular in their home country, and they've enjoyed only marginal success there, which is... I don't know, I suppose there's other bands that you can say that about. I remember they used to say that about Def Leppard. You know, they were huge everywhere, but especially in America. It's one of those things, like, you never know, do you, what captures the zeitgeist in a certain territory, and Bush certainly achieved that in the mid-90s. I remember one of their songs, but I don't want to sing it just in case I'm misremembering it and it's some other band. I'm just not up on my Bush, do you know what I mean? I need to familiarise myself with Bush. Don't do that. Again. Here we go. So, de-aging facility. Ooh. What's this de-aging facility? I'd like to go there. That'd be good, wouldn't it? I could get rid of these fine crow's feet lines around my eyeballs. Maybe I'd be able to undo some of the lung damage that I've done to myself by smoking so many cigarettes. I'm an idiot, I know. Doesn't he scrub up nice with his suit on? Oh, he looks lovely. Yeah, okay. This sounds so nice. Now, if you're wondering why that sounds like that, I can tell you. Okay, so this is just a C, but it's not this. You'll notice that is not present in the Bush interpretation or chord voicing. It's this. That note comes out instead of. So they don't put in what would be the major third. Instead, there's just like is that, what is that? What would that be? Hang on a second. It's a ninth, I guess. And this is how a lot of 90s stuff was, you know. It was kind of like they'd deliberately remove whatever harmonic information was provided by the third, and then let the melody tell you whether it's major or minor, pulling your ear around in that particular way. It's a very, 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 very 90s trick. And I haven't heard a band do it in such an obvious way for a long time. This is actually really refreshing. It's pretty cool. I've been looking for a starter kit, finding ways to keep it lit. Okay. God, it's really, really, really... I actually really like it. It's fun to play. I wish I knew myself And his shoulders look ever so taut and muscly, like he's been doing a lot of pull-ups. And that is one of the deepest scoops of an arm that I've seen on a muscle shirt. Obviously anticipating extra bulkage. I presume he's awaiting a new shipment of anabolic steroids that he'll inject directly into his deltoids, and then his upper body will become so massive that he will still be able to get the t-shirt over his head but not over his arms. So he's preparing himself for that probably. A lot of my wardrobe looks like that as well for the same reason. I wish I knew myself more galore. I suppose that's Oedipus, isn't it? Know thyself, and then it prepares you for everything, doesn't it? As long as you keep your own house in order, then whatever the world throws at you, you can roll with the punches, or, honestly and open-heartedly react to things like I do on this channel, I suppose.
How many years do you want to go back? 10, 20, 30. 30, huh?
So he's literally going back to the prime of Bush's career. He wants to go back to 1993, I think. I remember watching that documentary about the Woodstock reboot that went disastrously wrong. And I think Bush were playing on that, and I actually thought, wow, they look really cool and actually sounded pretty good on the day, When I saw that documentary, I was kind of like, a bit disappointed that I didn't familiarise myself with their work earlier on, really. But there's so much stuff to listen to, isn't there? Things like this do fall down the cracks in certain territories, just because we're flooded, aren't we? With especially in the mid-90s, we were flooded with this kind of stuff that sounded like this. But amazingly, they managed to put their heads above the parapet and do well in the most important and, well, the most lucrative territory in the whole world. Whoa, look at this bit of science fiction. This is really cool, the way the visor is closing around his face, getting him ready for the reversal process. A bit worried about those sparks coming off it, though. I think a piece of technology like that really ought to be wired in a way that doesn't produce sparkage. It's just worrying. Funny thing is, if I put myself in that machine and went back to 2006, I'd be in worse condition than I am now. I didn't realise he was that much of a chin singer. He actually is, isn't he? He sounds like he's from Seattle. Maybe that's the secret to their success. Yay, his face is falling apart. This is going to be cool. I like anything when faces fall apart. It's just brilliant. It reminds me of that scene in Poltergeist when he starts picking at something at his face and then ends up taking all of the flesh away. It's awesome. There's a really good sci-fi series called Foundation when that happens with a robot lady at some point as well. I don't know what it is about that really gets me. I just enjoy watching people pulling skin off their own face. What? Call me old-fashioned, I suppose. What does it say about me? What does that mean? Here's another Oedipus, know thyself. Why do I like it when people pull their faces off? Because it reveals... What does it reveal? Because without the sort of micro expressions and the facade, I suppose it's showing you what's really underneath, and that's just like bloody bone stuff, I guess. I don't know, maybe it's suggestive of revealing something, I don't know. Well, maybe it's because I'll always have that sort of adolescent fascination with flesh and blood and guts, and I do like horror. And science fiction. This video is doing it for me. I like the concerned looks that the rest of his bandmates are giving him. It's actually pretty well acted. And I suppose there's a lesson. Is the lesson supposed to be just be in the moment? To don't try and relive your past, or what is it? That's a fucking awesome video. I loved it. Okay, cool. And it's just... I love the way they've gone back to using these kind of swerve drivery, ridey 90s guitar music chord voicings. It's weirdly refreshing. I was kind of sick of it at the time. That's probably why I ignored Bush in the first place, actually. But hearing it now, I'm just so happy to hear it back. I don't know what it is about that feels good. Use the comment section below if you feel the same or if you feel the opposite. You know, let me know what you think about these chord voicings and why that works so well in this instance. Because I think, like, if it was like the 1950s, you'd have a guy going like this, and it would be C major to A minor, which is the relative minor. But when you take that away, it could be anything. It could be anything, and it's really up to the singer to establish what's happening harmonically rather. Pretty cool stuff. Let me know what you think in the comments. Justin Hawkins rides again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, watch one of these 2 videos, and please join my mailing list, because I'll send you some cool stuff and you'll enjoy it. Very muchly indeed, I'm sure. Okay, nice one, guys. See you on the ice. Cheers.